Have you ever reached a point where you're not even sad anymore? You're just blank. Like, you look at things that used to make you angry, or things that used to make you cry, or things that used to make you incredibly excited, and you just feel absolutely nothing. No spark, no reaction, just a completely flat line. I think a lot of people mistake emotional burnout for deep depression, or bad attitude, or just being lazy. But it's not really any of those things. It's more like your mind has an automatic circuit breaker. When the emotional weight of your life gets too heavy for too long, the fuse just blows to protect the system. Your brain looks at the stress, the overthinking, the constant disappointments, and the endless effort, and it just says, all right, we're shutting it down. We don't have the energy for this anymore. And that's where the numbness comes from. It's a strange feeling, waking up and realizing you don't have the capacity to care about what happens next. You're just going through the motions. You're brushing your teeth, you're sitting at your desk, you're scrolling through your phone, you're logging into games, but you're not really there. You're just a passenger watching your own body live your life. And honestly, the numbness is almost scarier than the sadness. When you're sad, at least you know you're still alive. At least you know your heart is still functioning, even if it hurts. Sadness means something mattered to you. But when the numbness takes over, you start wondering if you've permanently broken something inside yourself. You start wondering if you'll ever get your softness back, or if you're just going to be this cold, detached version of yourself forever. I hate how much effort it takes just to look normal when you're this drained. Because the world doesn't stop just because your battery is at 0%. People still expect you to reply to messages. They still expect you to show up, to laugh at their jokes, to match their enthusiasm, and to carry your weight in conversations. So you force it, you put on the performative smile, you send the text with the exclamation points so nobody asks you if you're okay. You match the energy of the room because explaining why you feel like a hollow shell takes more words than you actually have. But the second you get back to your own space, the second you close your bedroom door or turn off the ignition in your car, the mask just drops. And the silence hits you like a physical weight. You just sit there. No music, no background noise, no distractions. Just you and the quiet realization that you are completely, utterly spent. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we run ourselves into the ground trying to keep everyone else happy while our own inner world is completely collapsing? I think a lot of us are terrified of being a burden. We've been conditioned to think that our worth is tied to how much we can handle. If we can handle the stress, if we can handle the difficult relationships, if we can handle the silent battles without complaining, then we're strong, we're reliable, we're the stable ones. But nobody asks what happens to the stable person when the ground beneath them starts to crumble. You spend so much time being the person who listens, the person who fixes things, the person who holds it all together, that people forget you have a breaking point too. They assume that because you carry it well, the weight must be light. So they keep adding to it. A little more drama here, a little more expectation there, a little more pressure tomorrow. And you keep accepting it because saying no feels like failure. Pulling back feels like disappointing the people you care about until one day you just snap. But it's not a loud, dramatic explosion. It's a quiet, internal shutdown. You just stop caring. You stop checking the notifications. You stop trying to save friendships that only exist if you text first. You stop overanalyzing why someone's tone changed because, frankly, you just don't have the emotional currency to buy into their drama anymore. And there is a weird kind of peace in that shutdown, isn't there? When you finally stop caring, the anxiety goes quiet. The constant, frantic voice in your head that worries about being liked or being successful or doing everything right, it just gets tired and sits down. You reach a point of absolute indifference where you look at everything and just think, whatever happens, happens. I don't care anymore. But it's a dangerous peace. It's the peace of a graveyard. It's comfortable because nothing can hurt you when you don't care, but nothing can reach you either. You're completely safe inside your numbness, but you're also completely isolated. If you're listening to this late at night, in the dark, feeling that exact heavy emptiness in your chest, I want you to know something. You are not broken. You haven't ruined your capacity to feel. You're just out of fuel. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you definitely can't heal yourself while you're still running at full speed trying to fix everything around you. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is absolutely nothing. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is admit that you can't carry it all anymore. It is okay to drop the weight. It is okay to let things slide. It is okay to let people be disappointed in you for a little while if it means saving your own sanity. You don't owe the world your destruction just to keep their peace. The numbness isn't your permanent identity. It's just a temporary resting place. It's your mind telling you that it's time to stop fighting the external world and start taking care of the internal one. So let yourself be tired. Stop fighting the exhaustion. Stop beating yourself up because you don't have the energy to care right now. Give yourself permission to just exist without a purpose, without a performance, and without a checklist for a minute. The feelings will come back. The softness will come back. The spark will find its way back to you when your mind finally feels safe enough to turn the power back on. But until then, just breathe. You don't have to figure it all out tonight. You don't have to fix your whole life tomorrow morning. Just take it one quiet second at a time. You've been strong for too long. It's okay to just be empty for a while.